Nigeria has over 250 million people. South Africa has over 60 million people. So why does South Africa have more dollar millionaires than Nigeria? The answer is not as simple as you might think it is. Welcome to Durotimi Daniel, real conversations about Africa, leadership, and life. Now we are fixing Africa one idea at a time. 2 days ago, or was it yesterday? Yeah, I posted something on my WhatsApp status. It was a Google report highlighting South Africa having more. I said, which African country has more millionaires, black millionaires in dollars? Apparently Google said South Africa. Impressive. But I was shocked that Nigeria is not number one. So today I'm going to give you 2 reasons why I think Nigeria is not number one. I'm going to give you the official reason, which is the one on paper, and the unofficial reason why it seems South Africa has more millionaires than Nigeria. But first of all, before we go too deep, we need to understand that wealth is different from population. Wealth, having more people doesn't automatically mean having more wealthy individuals. We need to establish that first. And then population definitely creates potential. That is the human capital. So definitely wherever there are more people, it's always a ground for business. An economic system helps determine how the potential translates into wealth. Look at China. China has a lot of people, a billion plus, but now they've been able to go into the economic wealth over time. But when you look at India, for example, India is still struggling, even though they have a lot of people. So it's the economic system of India cannot be compared to the economic system of China. For example, America has more population than Nigeria, but yet America have a better economic system and it's working for America. Also, we also need to understand that South Africa has a more developed financial system. South Africa has more matured banking sector. I agree 100%. South Africa has one of the largest stock exchanges. These things are the things Nigeria definitely needs to work on when it comes to easier access to financial markets. For example, in Nigeria, you need to have like 100% money for everything you want to buy. If you want to buy a car, you must pay 100%. If you want to buy a house, everything. The mortgage system in Nigeria is almost zero. It's almost non-existent. But in South Africa, if you have a good credit record, you can get a house and pay in 30 years. But Nigeria, we're not even there yet. May God help us. And may we help ourselves too. So Nigeria has many entrepreneurs, but faces structural challenges. If you're talking about entrepreneurs, yes, Nigeria has them in numbers. Of course, we have more population, but there are structural challenges. Terrible one. What is Nigeria's strength, for example? Vibrant entrepreneurial culture. Nigeria has a lot of entrepreneurship is something that is highly encouraged in Nigeria. Almost everybody in Nigeria is an entrepreneur. Whether the person is a banker, or whether the person has a full-time job or doesn't have a full-time job, almost every Nigerian is, how will I put it, has something. Sometimes they even call it side hustle. There's a main hustle and there's a side hustle. So it's highly encouraged in Nigeria. I know a friend who is into adverts. Like he works with an advertising agency. I mean, it's a she. She works in an advertising agency, but she also has a shoe business. You can imagine. She sometimes buys from China. So, and I don't know how she juggles these 2 businesses, because they're like 2 different businesses. But she finds a way anyway. So entrepreneurship and it's like that because Nigerians don't rely on government for anything. They don't wait for the government. They always find ways to fix things on their own. And that is why there's a Japa syndrome. But anyway, also the large consumer market. Nigeria has a very large consumer market. For example, I keep saying, with the numbers Nigerians have, if you make an app today, it's very easy for you to get 1 million download in Nigeria. Let me say 1 million. Let me say 10,000 download of an app is so easy to achieve in Nigeria than in South Africa. I believe so, because Nigeria has a number. So Nigeria has more numbers of internet users. So there's a large consumer market. Almost any business you want to do, the consumers are there already. And also fast-growing technology ecosystem. The ecosystem of technology in Nigeria is very, very high. Like, Nigeria is a tech hub, growing tech hub. We're not there yet, but when it comes to tech, we are growing. The challenges with Nigeria is infrastructure gap, power supply, NEPA. It's 2026, we still don't have 24 hours light in Nigeria. It's really sad, very, very sad. Currency volatility is another thing. Just barely 3-4 years ago, dollar was maybe 600 or 700. Now dollar is 1,400 or 1,500. Very sad. Policy uncertainty, like you don't even know what the next president is going to remove. But this president that is currently there, he just came there and said, from the very first day he was reading his speech, he said no more subsidy. That thing alone, changed so many things in Nigeria. Even till now, Nigerians are still suffering it. You can imagine. So policy uncertainty is another thing. You can literally buy a land today and tomorrow they say, government has taken a land and you cannot do nothing about it. That's terrible, And then access to long-term financing. The financial institutions in Nigeria need to work on that. So those are the things that I think South Africa has an edge when it comes to Nigeria. That's why South Africa is easier for them to produce black millionaires. Remember I said official paper region. And then currency matters. $1 right now is about almost 17 rand, 16 point something rand. But in naira is 1,400 or 500 rand. It depends. For you to be a millionaire in dollar, what does it mean? Is to have $1 million and above, right? So $1 million in rand is like 16 million rand, 16 point something, almost 17 million. But in naira, we're talking about 1 point something billion. So in South Africa, if you're in the threshold of 17 million, 18 million rand, you're a millionaire in dollar. If you are in the threshold. But in naira, you have to hit 1 billion naira plus to be a millionaire in dollar. So the currency difference also makes it hard for Nigeria to produce black millionaires. So these are the reasons I think South Africa has more black millionaires in dollar on paper. But now I'm going to say this. In reality, on paper you can say South Africa has 17,000, 18,000 black millionaires. But in reality, as a Nigerian, I'm going to say something. And the truth there is, Nigeria actually has more millionaires in dollars. Now, why do I think Nigeria has more millionaires in dollars? It's simply because a lot of Nigerians don't like declaring their assets. Trust me, I know a lot of Nigerians who are millionaires in dollars, but some of them don't even how will I put it? Some of them, their company is not even registered. Like, let's say registered and all that. So a lot of Nigerians don't. Wait, let's not even go to the north. Let's talk about the Igbos, for example. The Igbos are one of the most industrious, business-minded people you can ever think of in Nigeria. A lot of Igbo men are rich. They've been businessmen for so many years, and they are rich in dollars. Like, I personally know a lot of Igbo millionaires who have more than 1 million. But they have more than $1 million. But the thing there is, a lot of them don't declare assets, and some people, because of village people, because they feel like once people know that I'm rich, they feel like they will attack them spiritually. This African thing where people are just scared and all that. So they will rather remain low key. Some of them are training their children abroad, paying school fees in thousands of dollars. So yeah, as a Nigerian, I'm going to say offline, off paper, I definitely know that a lot of Nigerians are rich in millions of dollars. Some 2 million, 3 million, even more. So a lot of Nigerians are rich. So let's just forget it. On paper, yes, but in the real reality, as a matter of fact, some of them don't even declare their asset because they are scared of tax. They don't want the government to know how rich they are. So for me, that's just what I have to say about it. My opinion is, on paper, South Africa is winning, but in reality, Nigeria actually has more millionaires in dollars. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Who do you think has more millionaires in dollars? South Africa or Nigeria? It's a very powerful topic, honestly. But regardless, this is not a competition. It's not a competition. We just need to understand what creates wealth and also find ways to like cooperate more, integrate more with ourselves, and work more with ourselves. African unity is the best, is the most important thing. We need to find ways to create a stronger economy for ourselves. But let me know in the comment section, who do you think has more millionaires in dollars, South Africa or Nigeria? You can put it in the comment section. Now, I'm not going to talk about how a lot of South Africans became millionaires. That's another topic entirely. Apart from the system, of course, is the issue of corruption here and there, tender matters, business matters, and of course in Nigeria too. A lot of these people that are rich, let's not even go into the source or anything, because another topic entirely. But what we know right now, some of them are even monopoly, like different topics here and there. But let's just stick to the topic today. How can we integrate as Africans and make Africa a better economy? Thank you very much for watching. If you're passionate about Africa, leadership, life, please subscribe to this channel, because this is where you need to be. Subscribe, share this video. Let's have this conversation, but the essence of this video is to open a conversation and not to necessarily say who is richer or who is not richer, because at the end of the day, we are all African, and Africa is all we have at the end of the day. Thank you for watching. I will see you on the next video.